Good morning once again, dear students, youths, friends, and soldiers of Swami Vivekananda, the future leaders of this country and the world at large. Today, in our life building classes, we'll discuss one very serious matter regarding the difference between character and personality because in most cases the youths, the students are misguided with terminologies like that. The very much popular word is personality development, and in most cases the knowledgeable people also they confuse with personality development and character building. Now if you try to understand with simple examples what these two terms really mean, definitely we shall get rid of all confusions and prejudices and start building our life, building our character, following the cardinal just guideline as given by Swami Vivekananda, and also modern scientists have supported it. So, what is character? We know character is agglomeration of propensities. How just does a propensity grow in us? That propensity is nothing but the repeated habits. Repeated habits. And now, how habits are formed? Habits are formed by doing the same work, same action, same words, same kind of behavior, gesture, or posture repeatedly, doing the same work, same action repeatedly, a particular work becomes our habit. Now, how can we act? How do we act? Any kind of action which we do, it is guided by our thought. The most dominating thought that is occurring in our mind always prompts us to action. So, why and how such just a particular thought dominates other thoughts and just forces us to just follow it in in our works, in our action, in our behavior with us. If we just try to delve deep into the just functioning of our mind, then only we can understand a little bit the main deep reason, the root cause behind that particular dominating thought in my mind. Suppose if someone does a particular work for most part of the day, if someone is studying for 16 hours, 17 hours a day, why does it happen? Because when he is or she is not studying also, perhaps even in their dreams, they think about the study matters and the areas where they find the things are very interesting, the subject matter is interesting, and also if it also creates more hunger for further knowledge. Some questions create in the mind, originate in the mind, and he or she becomes rather desperately interested in knowing the next thing. So, reading with full concentration in that way just creates the kind of condition in the mind in which the mind wants to learn more, and because it wants to learn more, so it develops a tendency in thinking over the study matters when he or she is not studying. So, in the same manner, if someone is addicted to, suppose, social media, mobiles, and other things which are not beneficial for him or her, but because he or she thinks about just working with the social media, browsing the internet for attractive, interesting, rather just which will give quick results, quick pleasure, thrill, and they always go for it. And in their subconscious mind also, these thoughts, the things which he or she just sees or does just on social media, they work in their mind as recurring thoughts coming again and again, and it cannot actually allow them to think independently about some other good aspects of life. So thus it becomes a dominating thought in the mind, and for any kind of action, the plan is required, and that plan is here the thought which occurs in the mind. So now it is clear that whatever we see, whatever we hear, whatever we know, if without any discrimination we want to start doing it, we want to reduce the thoughts into work or action without any discrimination, without any thought of whether it is going to do good to me and others, or whether it is mere wastage of time, wastage of energy. If we don't just consider these aspects before allowing a thought that comes through different sense organs, different sources, if we allow them to work in our mind without any kind of discrimination of whether it is being good or bad to me and others, then what will happen? We will develop that tendency of always acting according to any kind of thought or idea which we get from others, maybe individual or any other sources, and this will also become a kind of propensity with us. So, how does propensity grow? How does propensity grow? It is clear that first thoughts or a particular thought occurs in my mind for doing some action, for doing a particular behavior with others, it occurs, and then we are actually guided to action by that thought. Now if the thought is good for me and for others, uh, if they are values which are time honored, which are eternal, we always try to acquire such kind of values and think about them through our behavior, through our action, then our works will be good. And if we repeatedly do good work guided by good thought, then this repeated work will become our habit. Means it will become almost a common practice with me, that whenever I will act, I'll do according to my habit. I do not waste my time. because I have a fixed timetable for the whole day. I have a fixed routine for the whole day according to the priorities of the works which are there for me. And if I every day follow those priorities with utmost interest and sincerity, it will bring a rhythm in our life. Rhythm. And rhythm everyone likes. A music without rhythm is not liked by anyone. And life with the rhythm of activities, or rather we can say chained activities. Chained, one is tied with another, one is related with another according to their priorities. So then there must come a rhythm in our life, and that rhythm of doing the same work with utmost interest and sincerity will also encourage us to continue us in such a manner that even if there are just unfavorable conditions, we can't help doing the same work under any kind of circumstance. When things will come to such a pass that we have developed good habits, we have developed the values, eternal values, like unselfishness, like honesty, truthfulness, hard work or diligence, sincerity, perseverance, and work, perseverance, then self confidence, self reliance, self respect. These are the values, some of the values. If we just develop them in such a manner that whatever we do, just with whomever we behave or whomever we interact, or whatever work we are doing, it will always be good work, and the same works or same kind of works which will always just give expressions to the values which I have just acquired, and they have become identical with my existence. Then what will happen? They will become propensities. Propensities, habits repeatedly done in such a manner that when we do not want to do one particular work, even then also we will be forced to do it. If it is good work, then it must become a good propensity. Now, in our term, in our interpretation, as we have learned from Swami Vivekananda, and as it is actually guided by the Akhil Bharat Vivekananda Yuva Mahamandal to its thousands of members, it is that character should be built with a purpose which will have double-ended benefit. It will definitely make my life a very good one. At the same time, it will do the greatest good to humanity, to others, and especially the students and youths, because they are in a position to build, to remold their own character, own life according to their own sweet will, which perhaps the aged people cannot, because they have developed so many propensities, perhaps which are not good for others, or even not good for himself or herself. But a youth has, a student has a long journey yet to be covered. So he can change it because he will get the time, and he has or she has a lot of energy still stored up in him or her, which he or she can just direct towards developing good values, good propensities. Is it okay? So, thus, good propensities developed to their maximum, they will give you a very good character, and this character will be the guiding force behind doing all good works, and that will permanent become a permanent identity of yours. On the contrary, personality is what we look like, what we appear, and which may not be what we actually are. Personality has a selfish end, selfish motive, and the moment our purpose is served, our interest, whatever interest we have, self-interest, that is just achieved, then no longer we just wear that garb. No longer we wear that garb of being very good, being just very just attractive, or rather I think very much polite, very much acceptable to others. It's a kind of salesman like attitude. The time till which you are a prospective customer for purchasing a valuable thing, costly thing, the salesman in most cases will deal with you in the most possible just a good manner, good way by which you will feel drawn to purchase the thing, and the true value or quality of the thing will be replaced by the tricks of words or the charm of that particular people or salesman, and without checking much what you are purchasing at what cost, you will be somehow or other as if you will be forced to just purchase it. And the moment it is purchased, the same salesman will no longer will remain the same attractive, charming personality, and which he or she had before you purchased a particular thing. So this is happening almost every day in our life. We are actually misguided. We are deceived by the outward appearance of the people around us, self-interested, self-motivated people having their own vested interest, and we are ignoring the innermost core of our own existence, which we call character. Character is identical with becoming God. Character is identical with following the path of true spirituality, true religion, and true science, if there is any. So we should not get confused by others, or we should not confuse ourselves with our this misguided, misdirected concept or prejudices about character and personality. Once, once we make up our mind that acquiring eternal values, as we have already mentioned, like honesty, integrity, hard work, unselfishness, then attitude of service, these are the things. A few things also, if we take care, we can see that they are actually developing in us values like self-confidence, self-reliance, and most importantly, self-respect. When we understand what does it really mean, then we can no longer compromise with building our own character, acquiring time honored eternal values. So, I believe you are all intelligent enough, dear friends, youths, students, the future leaders of this country and the world, and to prove that you are a world leader, you will never feel to compromise with things or people just whom we see in the very recent scandal named as Epstein files, isn't it? You don't have to compromise. You don't have to rub your soldiers with corrupt people, whatever powerful they may be. So, once again, all the best. And definitely, I believe we are all eager to just attend our next class with equal interest. Thank you all. Thank you for your support and for your interest for a good and fruitful life.